Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we are back to another episode of Sam and Max. Here we go. Let's go ahead and save our game, just to make sure we have a save. So we were going to be the interpreter for the president, so let's talk to the president and interpret this guy. I can barely understand him myself.
Good day, Mr.
Just
President.
kidding.
We come in peace, as far as you know.
Oh, finally! The interpreters. Where have you been?
You're under arrest. You've been hypnotized. Let's try this. You're under arrest.
Freelance police, you're under arrest.
Freelance police? Now there's the kind of can-do vigilante attitude that makes America strong.
Finally, someone who appreciates our greater calling.
Seriously though, you're under arrest.
Seriously, you're under arrest.
Oh, you can't arrest me.
Foolish chief executive, does he not fear us?
Trust us, Mr. President. It's for your own good.
Nah, see, it's the Secret Service regulations. I can't leave the Oval Office.
Nobody listens to these guys when you say they're under arrest.
You're still under arrest. We can get your administration back on track with just a hint of bloodshed if you'll just...
Where does the little one keep his gun?
Best not to think about it, sir.
Okay. How about this? We'll just tell them you've been hypnotized.
Snap out of it, Mr. President. You've been hypnotized.
Sure, I haven't been hypnotized. That's crazy talk.
You've got to listen to us, sir, or we'll be forced to take drastic action.
Don't talk to me about drastic action. You ever been pinned down in a drugstore parking lot by a pack of muskrat commandos with nothing left to lose? Ever had to gnaw your best buddy's leg off just so you could get his socks and put them on your own ears to fend off the enemy's deadly sonic regurgitator ray?
Now that's crazy talk. I'm impressed.
Wake up, Mr. President.
Wake up, Mr. President.
You've never given up on anything in your life. Don't start now.
That's awful nice of you fellas, but I haven't been hypnotized.
Now do we commence with the head trauma, Sam?
What was that?
We'll have to get the president alone, Max.
Alright, let's interpret since we're not going to be able to just snap him out of being hypnotized.
We're ready to interpret for you.
All right, let's get this party started.
Mr. President, my fellow Americans, I come to warn you about a serious epidemic facing our country, the scourge of soda abuse. Many former popheads like myself found ourselves in the endless cycle of addiction and elimination until we believed there was no hope.
I don't know what you're saying, son, but you're selling it, boy. Good job.
I ask you, how long can this epidemic continue?
What was that?
He said,
How long can this epidemic continue? Prepared to die, capitalist oppressor. What's a guy gotta do to get a drink around here? Well, if we go this way, we'll probably get him drinking soda again. If we go this way, we might get Chuckles here to escort him out and get the president on his own. So, if we do this, we'll just probably screw it up. So let's go. Prepare to die, capitalist oppressor.
prepare to die, capitalist oppressor.
Are you trying to pick a fight with me, son?
No, I'm just trying to educate you on a very important issue.
What did he say?
Let's see. Launch the dragons, our victory is at hand. Men, launch the dragons, our victory is at hand. We lay waste to your cities. Don't you realize that I have always loved you? Let's go with the middle one again.
We will lay waste to your cities and dance upon the bones of your children.
I think I've heard just about enough.
Soda abuse is a difficult topic, sir, but if you'll just hear me out...
Beg for your life and I will kill you last.
Wait a second, I heard that! That's not what I said at all!
What was that?
It loses something in the translation. Let's start over from the top.
Ahem. Once again, Mr. President,
Okay, so I
the
screwed
impact of
up.
soda abuse on our nation's health cannot be overstated. I ask again, how long can this epidemic continue?
Great job, great job. What do you say?
He said,
Okay, so he will correct himself if we say the wrong thing, so let's try this then.
What's a guy got to do to get a drink around here?
Aha, I know what you need. An ice-cold orange sugar fizz. I swear by him.
No! That's not what I want at all! I must resist. But I am thirsty, and just one couldn't hurt.
Frosty cold and so delicious.
All the progress I've made. They were about to give me my 5-week pin.
I almost feel bad about this.
I don't have a conscience, Sam. What's your excuse?
Oh, blessed angels of carbonation, fill me with your syrupy nectar.
Ew!
Yeah, now I'm not so much guilty as repulsed.
Keep it coming. More! I need more! I need a bathroom! Which way is the bathroom?
Let's see, which way is the war room? Let's ask about that.
Which way is the war room?
It's that door right over there. But I don't.
Oh, thank you.
Where do you think you're going?
I've got to get in there! Bad!
We've got a priority red number 2 here in the Oval Office.
No, it's just number 1.
Escorting the suspect to holding cell for interrogation. Come with me, sir.
But it'll only take a second. Please, let me go!
That was fun!
Okay, now I didn't catch all that. What did he say?
Alright, so we are now alone. Let's use the boxing glove on the president, just simply. Knock him out and de-hypnotize him.
Now it's time for some checks and balances, freelance police style. Max, will you do the honors?
Gladly.
Look it, fellas. My fingertips look like little tadpoles.
They
What?
just don't make these guys like they used to.
That's no guy, Max. It's a damned ugly puppet.
Ah, the drawstring in his back should have been our first clue.
Our first clue should have been the swirly eyes. But silly me, I thought hypnotizee, not hypnotizer.
What?
Yes, an ingenious device being used to hypnotize the TV-watching public. But who was controlling him?
Gonna take days to get that smell out of the interrogation room. What? What have you done?
He was like that when we got here.
Sam did it!
So these two numbskulls managed to off the president.
It was a deep tissue massage gone horribly wrong.
Sam did it!
Still, ratings from the last State of the Union address were even lower than reruns of Midtown Cowboys. I didn't expect to have to replace the president so soon, but now that these idiots have forced my hand,
We're standing right here.
We can hear everything you're saying.
it's time for a leader the people will have to listen to. Agents Jackson, Burr, and DeGambe, we are moving the timeline forward. Commence phase 2 of the operation. I'll prepare the new candidate.
What?
Not quite the reaction I would have expected from a Secret Service agent discovering 2 people over the decapitated body of the president.
What do you think this fake body is made of? Can I keep it?
No time for that now, Max. We've got to stop the... Wait, what's that noise?
Really?
Blessed scuba diving Buddha on a banana boat with cocktail onions and a map to the stars' homes.
Yeah!
They've reanimated America's most beloved president.
I always thought Taft was shorter.
Not Taft, you deficient.
My fellow Americans, I am Abraham Lincoln. As you know by now, your president was recently murdered by 2 mysterious interpreters. But turn not to fear and despair. I have returned to guide us through this troubled time. A vote for me is a vote for Abraham Lincoln.
I'll get it!
What's that? Uh-huh. Lincoln Memorial. Right. Hydraulic motors and robotic implants. Yes. Okay. I see. We're on it.
Wrong number?
That was the commissioner, Max. If this new Mecha Lincoln wins the emergency election, the nefarious forces controlling him will have unchecked power to destroy the entire free world.
I hate when they do that.
That's why one of us is going to have to run against him.
You got to answer the phone.
Okay, fair's fair. Max, we're going to make you the next president of the United States.
No!
Yes!
Nothing worse could happen. Nothing possibly worse could be than Max being the president. Okay, so we gotta figure out how to get Max to win the election now. Boy, did that just go from strange to stranger.
It's the severed head of the president.
I yearn to hold it aloft and turn giant sea atrocities to stone.
You're thinking of Medusa's head.
Oh yeah, I always get those two heads confused.
Okay, let's look at the cue cards.
It's the cue cards for Lincoln's speech. I'm glad that I've been given one more life to give for my country.
And then we've got Secret Service agents and a new TV camera that doesn't say Channel 32 in the third.
My money's on Lincoln. Lincoln's on my money.
Clever.
My money's on Lincoln, Lincoln's on my money. Okay, let's talk to Lincoln.
Mr. Lincoln, as a candidate for office, my pal Max would like to engage in a thoughtful discussion of the key issues.
Followed by a round of spiteful mudslinging.
I see. Well, this is a bit irregular. As you're well aware, I'm the most beloved president in history. So I just assumed I'd be running unopposed.
Oh no, you didn't! You ain't all that!
I freed the slave.
I was star of a popular television sitcom.
I'm on the penny.
I was on TV.
Now, gentlemen, we can resolve this like adults through moderate reasoned debate.
Very well, then. In the spirit of democracy, I say, bring it.
And it's a beautiful day on the White House lawn as we bring you the
WARP.
first in a series of debates for this emergency election for U.S. President. In the Republican corner, we have the giant animated statue of Abraham Lincoln. And representing the Random Violence and Destruction Party, there is the hyperkinetic rabbit-like creature known as Max. Acting as completely impartial moderator for the debates will be Sam. The
Completely
candidates are
impartial,
ready, so let's listen
I'm
in.
sure. Let's talk about issue. Let's hear your prepared statements. Let's start with the top. Let's talk about your
Mr.
issues.
Lincoln, I'd like you to tell the voters your stand on some of the tough issues.
Very well.
How do you plan to solve the problem of toxic waste? Good question.
How do you plan to solve the problem of toxic waste?
I'm glad that I've been given one more life to give for my country.
And Lincoln is once again using his trusted campaign slogan, which is pleasing the crowd, but having no effect on his poll ratings.
Interesting. What's your stand on religion and schools?
Where do you stand on religion and schools?
I'm glad that I've been given one more life to give for my
So he's just
country.
reading off the cue
Lincoln
card.
pulls out his trusted catchphrase for this election, which delights the crowd, but seems to have no effect on the polls.
Okay. And how would you describe your tax
How would
plan?
you describe your tax plan?
I'm glad that I've been given one more life to give for my country.
And Lincoln dodges the question by pulling out his trusty campaign slogan, which pleases the crowd but has no effect on the polls.
Interesting. So that's enough for now.
That's enough for now.
Keep 'em coming. I'm ready for anything.
The nation demands family values. Do you have any?
Mr. Lincoln, perhaps you'd like to speak about the importance of family values.
Of course. A strong family unit is the rock upon which our society is built. It's easy today, in this age of your blinged-out horseless carriages and racy daguerreotype magazines, to believe that honesty and fidelity are outdated concepts. But I stand proud. I have been completely faithful to my lovely wife, Mary Todd, for over 70 years. I've never even looked at another woman.
Okay. So we need to get him on one of the issues at least, and we need to make it look like he's cheating on his wife. Let's hear his prepared statement.
Mr. Lincoln, the networks are looking for a soundbite. Would you care to share a few words with us?
Thank you. This is a date that will be remembered for centuries to come. Today is the day we return America to greatness. I stand here at the steps of the White House, not above the people, but with the people. Only one man can lead the nation through this troubled time. I, Abraham Lincoln, am that man. The time to act is now. Thank you.
I said basically the same thing.
Let's see what Max can say. My fellow Americans.
Greetings, miserable proles.
I'm here to save the country.
People of Earth, your day of reckoning is at hand.
Warm up the crowd with a joke.
This election reminds me of a droll story. It seems Chester A. Arthur and the Pope were kayaking down the Amazon one day. Suddenly, a tiny kangaroo fish swims up the Pope's and lodges itself in his Arthur grabs the Pope's pliers and swelled up like a melon. And the Pope says, "Thanks. Last time that happened, McKinley wanted to." No, wait. I think I told it wrong.
I believe in a global community.
I believe in the ideal of a global community, where America is but a small part. We must set aside our differences and work with our fellow nations, all united towards one goal: the complete and utter annihilation of the godless Belgians.
I want to see a return to prosperity.
I want to see a return to the prosperity of the America we once knew. A chicken in every pot, and vice versa.
A pot in every chicken, okay. I promise to return to a happier time.
If elected, I promise a return to a happier time in America's past. The days when giant thunder lizards marched over the fern-covered marshes of the Midwest, preying on the upstart mammals.
So that's all we can do for this. Let's see. I am the one and true candidate. Of course you are.
I'm a
Matt.
uniter, not a divider. I foresee an America under one rule, an iron-fisted rule. One rabbit, one law. Let your neighbors know that dissent will not be tolerated. All hail Max.
Good speech, good speech. That is all.
That is all. Stay frosty, America.
Okay, so we know how to do, I think, some of this. We've got free home delivery and give me all you got. So we'll put give me all you got on the cue card.
Give me all you got.
And then we'll talk to Lincoln.
It's time for another in this ongoing series of debates between Abraham Lincoln and Max. We turn you over to our impartial moderator, Sam.
Totally impartial. Let's talk about the issues.
Contestants, it's time for our lightning round. Mr. Lincoln, I'm going to name some of the tough issues facing our country today. I'd like you to sum up your stand on those issues in a few concise words.
Well, all right. I'm afraid this will have to be completely off the top of my head, as I have nothing prepared.
Sure he doesn't. How would you describe your tax plan?
How would you describe your tax plan?
Give me all you got.
And candidate Lincoln has proposed one shocker of an economic strategy, which even Democrats are calling a trifle excessive. That had to have hurt him in the polls.
Alright, so Lincoln is going down to 60%, Max is at 39%, and Nader is at 1%. So let's try free home delivery now on the cue cards.
Free home delivery.
And try the toxic waste question. Notice how it's just skipping dialogue now. Let's see.
How do you plan to solve the problem of toxic waste?
Free home delivery.
Ooh, an effective but very controversial proposal from candidate Lincoln. And the crowd did not like that idea one bit. Let's see how it affected the polls.
Okay, so Lincoln is now down to 50% and Hitler's up to 11%. So we gotta make Max look good. We don't have anything more. Any more signs.
Valet parking, $2. Way to knock down that deficit.
There's a room for rent sign.
Room for rent. I guess the country really is hard up for cash.
There was a poster in here. What's the poster say?
Suspect yourself.
That's so Madonna.
Post no bills.
Post no bills. I'm surprised this sign survived the Clinton administration.
Let's pull out our gun. Haven't gotten to use our gun yet. Shoot these signs. Nope. How about we shoot this sign? Nope. I think we need more
Your
signs.
name here. For naming rights to this building, please contact the Office of Desperation Accounting.
Oh boy, can we, Sam? Please?
We'll see, little buddy. White paint, Christmas lights, and
So,
a small barbecue.
Let's go back
Everything
and look
somebody
in
would
the
need to renovate,
Oval
decorate,
Office.
and then accidentally burn the place to the ground.
Later, Max, later.
See if we can find another sign. We've got to make Max look good. On top of just making Lincoln look bad.
It's a stack of pithy campaign slogans. The buck stops here, 1,000 points of light, and I did not have sex with that woman.
Well, I did, but I didn't inhale.
Okay, so we've got those slogans now. Let's look at the calendar.
I can't let you touch that, sir. Only the president may use the presidential calendar.
And the national
Step
budget.
away from the national budget, sir. That's for the president's eyes only.
The ribbon.
That ribbon is classified, sir. President's only.
So he's got to be the president before
I'm not really thirsty.
we can click on anything. And we're not going to get into the war room of the Secret Service agent. Let's talk to him. He's a different
Not
one.
this guy again.
Hey, it's our pal, Super Ball!
One and the same, sir.
Well, stand aside, pal.
No can do, sir. Orders.
Let us in the war
Let
room.
us into that room.
No can do, sir. Orders. Until I hear from Chuckles, my superior officer. I'm to guard this door.
We'll find a way past you.
Want to hear a really boring story?
So boring that I fall asleep and let you enter the war room?
Oh, so you've heard it already.
I stand guard over doors all day, sir. Takes a lot to bore me.
Do you like this job, Super
Are
Bowl?
you really happy with this line of work?
Finest job in the world, sir.
Don't you ever just want to take off for some personal time?
Would love to, sir. Got a wife at home. Intel suggests Super Bowl Jr. is starting first grade. Summer home with plenty of doors I could guard in my time off. Solid oak. Good doors. Strong doors.
Please let us in the war room.
Why won't you let us into the war room again?
Just following orders, sir. I can't let anyone into the room. No exceptions.
So there's something behind that door.
We'll be back.
Roger that.
Something they don't want us to see. Okay. Let's talk to Max. We need to beat Lincoln in the polls. The people love Lincoln's family values. Lincoln is winning on the issues.
Lincoln is really winning the crowd on the issues.
The voters don't care about issues. They just turn off their brains and go crazy for Lincoln's stupid campaign slogan.
Jealous?
Very.
The people love his family values.
Lincoln's really impressed the people with his family values platform.
He should stop being such a stick in the mud and get out and live a little.
We need to beat Lincoln in the polls.
It's going to be hard to improve your ratings in the polls.
I already showed him how I can wrap my lower lip around my entire head. What more do these people want?
They want to vote for Lincoln.
Then we should fix that.
Let's go.
Okay, let's go.
Where
So
we
we
going,
gotta-
Sam?
Back to the office and
Back to
talk
the
to
office.
Sybil.
Shotgun!
See if we can convince her to go on a date with Abraham Lincoln. And destroy his family values stance. I don't think there's anything we can particularly do with Bosco's inconvenience right now. We don't have any items, really. And I don't think there's anything we can do with Hugh Bliss. We already got his sign, free home delivery.
Hey, Sybil, how goes the dating game?
Computer-generated love is in the air.
Let's see, what are you looking for a date in again?
What are you looking for in a date again?
I would love to meet a tall, older man with a good career.
Well, that would be Abraham Lincoln. Let's see.
How does this dating service work again?
People submit applications listing their good traits and what they're looking for. Once we've found a match, you call your date and agree on a time and place.
Okay, so we need to put
See you
the
around, Sybil.
application in the dating
You
service
boys
box.
want to try the dating scene again?
No thanks. Last time was too horrifying.
Just drop an application in there if you change your mind.
So where do we get the applications?
Print up any titillating scandal mags lately?
No!
Go ahead, next caller. You're on Love Talk with Dr. Feelnice.
Hey, keep away from my intercom.
So, where do we get the application is the question.
It's locked.
Well, because this door is locked, let's shoot it. Well, that didn't work.
Hey, Sybil, how goes the dating game?
Computer-generated love is in the air.
How's business?
How's business?
Slow right now, but those applications are going to start coming in at any moment.
See you around, Sybil.
So it seems like we're gonna have to just get it written down some other way. Because there's no paper and pencil that I know of in the office. We'll go up to the office and look. I'm a little bit confused. Let's check the TV.
For too long, I've sat passively and watched what's been happening to our great country. Now I'm back, and better than ever. I'm ready to take back America.
The new improved Abraham Lincoln, now impervious to bullets.
Now impervious to bullets. Haha. Old case files. Roadkill, the phone. Let's see. We could use the
Who
phone.
you calling, Sam?
Let's call the White House, see what we can do.
The White House.
Abraham Lincoln here.
Have you checked the baby?
Who is this? Is this that Max punk?
As far as you know, my administration is the only thing keeping your home safe from the bloodthirsty robotic hyenas. Remember that, and God bless America. Paid for by the committee to remain in office at any cost.
So that's what happens if we call the president. Let's just close this door. Maybe we need to go back and talk to Bosco. Because I think I can lower him a little bit in the polls, but I don't think I can destroy his family values until I can convince Sybil to date him. Let's talk to you, Bliss, for a second.
Hi, Hugh Bliss.
Hi, I'm Hugh Bliss.
nothing new for Hugh Bliss.
Stay colorful!
So let's go chalk the Bosco. Then we'll check the newspapers.
Greetings, comrades Dog and Rabbit.
Hey, Bosco.
You need some new weenies.
When's the last time you cleaned out the weenie rotisserie?
Needs no cleaning. Adds vintage flavor to tasty friends.
Das Vidanya, Comrade Boskovorsky.
We'll catch you on flip side, comrades Dog and Rabbit.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like you can really do anything here. Seems like we need to be back at the White House. Still trying to defeat Abraham Lincoln, or figuring out at least what there is to do with all of that. So we're starting to hit that point in every point and click adventure where it's getting cryptic and the answers maybe aren't as apparent.
Where are we
as they
going,
will
Sam?
be. To the White House.
We're
is
off to
where
the
we're
White
going.
House.
Oh boy!
So, yep, back to the White House. And back to the president. Got a bunch of stuff around. Let's see what this sign
Please
says.
do not feed the submarine.
What can you feed a submarine anyway?
Nothing. Weren't you listening?
So, yep, we gotta take Lincoln out, and I guess we will do that next time. That's it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All that helps me out. If you want to support me, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. Click it and make a donation. And if you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.